Wake up, New York.
Yo, wake up, New York.
The Hot 97 Morning Show.
Rock that, Shawnee, son. Live.
Now, I was going to say, what's your advice for somebody going to work today? White girl works with a black girl. What's your advice? What does she say to that?
Well, you know, that's interesting because I would actually be more curious to ask a black person how they feel. Like, do you want a white person to go up and ask? Because, like, I'll be up the second.
That answer is no.
No.
Don't even ask.
Let me say it for everyone. We do not really want to talk to you today.
Give us till Wednesday.
Yeah. Just give us some space for a second, please. And we're not all the same. We don't all feel the same. We don't all get treated the same. Please stop with the we're all the same. Stop it. Stop it and respect people's differences and their different experiences and listen to their experiences. That's what Rosenberg is saying. But just not today.
Not today. Okay, Wednesday. Right now, what you need to do is listen to this revolution music right here.
Turn up. Let's get some of this anger out of our system. I don't care what they tell you, Zimmerman. I don't care what that court says. You're a murderer, son. Yeah.
Want to take it back a little bit?
Yeah. Before we get into that, I want to thank everybody for hitting us on Twitter and expressing themselves this morning. You know, that's what we're here for today. At Black Rican Jew, 800-223-9797. Man, we sit here very emotional today. I think we can all agree, for whatever it's worth, that the case itself, the Trayvon Zimmerman case, was not handled correctly, whether it's by the prosecution, whether it's the justice system in Florida. We could talk about that. But I think the headline for us here has been the value placed on a black man's life, or the lack of value. And also the fact that this incident is about how black men are perceived in America. And it's sad because, you know, I think most black men know that we're the most feared creature on earth. And they attack us in every way they can to make sure that we're basically, metaphorically beaten into submission. We're afraid to stand up for ourselves. We're afraid to speak up for ourselves. And this is another example of that. We got a call earlier from a mother. I think we should probably play that again at some point, maybe at 8:50.
Yeah, we should.
Which really, really hits the home run on, hopefully, what this Trayvon Martin tragedy will do for young people who thought it was sweet out here.
Yeah. I'm getting so many tweets from 18, 19, 17-year-olds saying that that phone call put a lot of things into perspective. Like, it really hit home. And I think it's important.
I feel bad because I knew this was going to happen, because I knew the guy was going to get off. I've been saying that for weeks. I've been telling that since the incident first happened.
Yeah.
I knew he was going to get off, and I knew that we were going to feel this way today. Feel like no value on our lives.
Yeah, man. Run that tune. Take you back. 8:35. Good morning, New York.
Until
Yo, at ease, warrior. Let the music speak for you. And for those of you, as a young lady on the line, I'm not picking up your phone. I'm not taking your call. She wants to talk about how we're making this a race issue.
Who's doing that? On your cell phone or the
No,
station?
800-2239. That we're wrong for addressing this for what it is. And that we're making things contentious
We're not talking about black versus white at all. We're talking about the treatment of black men in America. That's white people's own. Is she white or black?
She's white.
It's white people's own sensitivity. We're always worried about how we feel. It's not about you. He's not saying you're a racist. And we're talking about how the black man is treated in America. That's what this issue's about.
Which further reinforces that people don't even want to hear that idea or care to even ask or understand why we feel the way we do, why our music sounds the way we do, why we dress the way we do. I always tell people my pants sag so you could kiss my ass. Yes! Because that's the last piece of revolution I got, unfortunately.
Nah, but that's also a part of progress we can't ignore either. Is that also when we talk about how do things change, things do change from people like yourself and like Shawnee Culture getting more and being able to do more. That is a big part of progress as well.
So listen, in about 10 minutes, we're going to play a phone call we received from a mother. I'm assuming Laura Stiles has drawn a line in the sand this morning and said, I am not doing the flashing lights. No. I feel like an a-hole doing the flashing lights this morning. It's not appropriate to talk about
entertainment news. I mean,
ratchetness, gossip, and nonsense.
But Laura, you did say something really interesting because a lot of people keep like tweeting things and saying things about like people should be in the streets more, or like in some way making it seem like rioting is some way an answer. And you said you lived through the riots in LA.
No, absolutely. Yesterday I tweeted it because it's just not the answer. When I lived in Los Angeles and I lived through the '93 riots and I saw my neighborhood, people's businesses get burned down to the ground, people who never got their lives back together afterwards, and it was horrible. So to me, I get really sensitive when people people want to do peaceful protests. I'm all for peaceful protests, but you got to be really careful, And Ibra, like you said earlier, it's getting real in LA. It's getting real in San Francisco.
I'm from the Bay Area. We will flip over a police car and get it popping.
And it can happen anywhere. My whole thing was just that riots are not the answer.
It's fortunately you can call up here and you can get out whatever emotions you have, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have people like us up here who identify with the experience and the pain and the anger, right? Most of that comes from an immature emotional place where, as black people, we haven't had the ability to express ourselves and really find solutions for the problems that we have in our families and in our communities. So we lash out in a immature way. And I understand it, but we do have to be better. And you guys just keep it right here.
Wake up, New York. Yo, wake up, New York. The Hot 97 Morning Show.